The night had that soft hum only Los Angeles knows how to make a warm glow in the sky, like the city was whispering secrets. I sat by the window, tapping a rhythm on my knee. The moonlight catching the sequins on the jacket tossed across the chair. Funny thing about music, it always arrives like a visitor who doesn't knock. It just slips in. Quiet. Familiar. And that night, when a bassline walked into my mind like someone confident stepping onto a stage, I somehow knew my life was about to change. I just didn't know how much. Back then, I lived in a world of movement, studios, hallways, dance floors, lights. People saw the shine, the energy, the sparkles, but behind it all was a boy who wanted to make something that felt alive, not just heard, but felt. My brothers and I were on tour, meeting thousands of people every week. Smiles, laughter, stories. All kinds of stories. Some funny, some strange, some so unbelievable you'd think they were made for television. But I learned something very important during those years. When you're in the spotlight, everyone believes they know you. Even when they've never met you. I didn't want to write a sad song or a heavy one. I wanted something full of spark, a rhythm you could dance to, but a story floating underneath like a gentle shadow. Not dark, not bitter, just mysterious enough to make you lean in. I kept thinking about how fame has a way of creating characters out of thin air. People you've never met suddenly feel connected to you, deeply, emotionally, loudly. So I thought, why not turn that idea into music? Make it playful, magical, a little surreal, like a dream you're not sure you actually had. That's when it all began. I was riding in the back seat of a car when the spark happened. The road hummed under us, streetlights flashing across the glass-like camera shutters. And then, out of nowhere, the bass line dropped into my mind. Dun 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 dun. It felt like footsteps. Confident, smooth, like someone walking toward you with a secret smile. I grabbed the seat, leaned forward, heart racing. "Stop the car," I blurted. The driver glanced back, confused. But when an idea comes, you can't let it run away. We pulled over at a gas station, half the lights flickering, a neon sign buzzing like a broken bee. I hummed the bass line into my little handheld recorder. Right there between gas pumps and dusty concrete, there was nothing glamorous about it. Just me, the night, and a rhythm that refused to leave. But when something feels magical, you don't question the place, it appears. I knew the song wasn't about a real woman. It wasn't about scandal. It was about the kind of stories people create around you when they reach chasing a piece of your shine. Stories that follow you like shadows, but don't have to feel heavy. I wanted to turn that idea into something exciting, something that moved. Recording the song felt like chasing lightning. Every time the bass kicked in, it was like electricity ran through the room. I danced between takes. I laughed more than I usually did in the studio. The music had that effect. We added layers slowly. A snap here, a sparkle there. But something was missing. A heartbeat. Then came the drum line. Sharp, clean, like footsteps on a polished floor. Suddenly the song had a pulse, like it was breathing. Alive. I remember leaning into the microphone, letting my voice slide into the story. Not heavy, not angry. Just curious, like someone telling a tale they know people will whisper about later. She said, "I am the one." The line rolled out smooth. It felt almost mischievous, like a wink hidden inside the melody. I wasn't pointing fingers. I wasn't confessing anything. It was a mood, playful mystery, wrapped in rhythm. At one point, Quincy leaned back in his chair, tapping a pencil against his leg. He smiled. A real one. The kind that reaches the eyes. "There's magic here," he said. "Not dramatic. Just calm." Certain, and I felt it too. The song wasn't just music anymore. It was a world one where rhythm and story danced together under a glittering spotlight. Years later, whenever I performed Billie Jean, I could feel that same spark from the night the bassline first whispered to me. Every step, every spin, every glove shimmering beneath the lights. It wasn't a song about fear or trouble. It was a song about mystery. The fun kind. The kind that lets you smile at the edges of things people imagine about you. Music doesn't always come from darkness. Sometimes it comes from a spark of curiosity. A rhythm on the road. A night with no particular reason to be special. That's what Billie Jean was for me. A moment of magic. A beat that refused to be quiet. A story wrapped in rhythm and light. And every time the crowd moved with it, I knew the magic was still alive.